This is DRF Race of the Day. Hi, everybody. Dan Illman and Mike Beer, the DRF Race of the Day for Sunday, September the 5th. Race number 10 at Del Mar, Grade 1 action for the 2-year-old fillies. Here's the field for the Del Mar Debutante. We're going 7/8 of a mile, and you can download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at DRF.com. Access them, handicap along with us. It's the rematch between the 3 Elm Drive, the 2 Ida. They ran 1-2 in a thrilling edition of the Sorrento.
Yeah, both ran well in the Sorrento. Really kind of feels like they're the right 2 horses back in here. Yeah, sort of a new cast of characters and maybe some more speed in this race as well, but they're probably the 2 horses to beat.
Nice segue into our Timeform US pace projector. There does appear to be speed in this race. Red Bar, fast-paced scenario. Dance to the Music was a speedy debut winner at Del Mar. She's going to step up in class, but boy, she's got some precocity in her pedigree. She's by the very quick McLean's Music, and she sold for a lot of money as a 2-year-old in training.
She did, and she ran to her purchase price there after that fast sales workout, Dan. I mean, they didn't bet her that hard in that race, but she had good speed, and she was a pretty easy winner on debut.
A legitimate contender in here, an alternative perhaps to the favorites, is the undefeated number 1 at the Spa, a perfect 3 for 3. Now, she beat Calbreds in the race we're going to show you right now, the CTBA, but she also beat open stakes foes in her second start. I like the professionalism she showed, Mike. A lot of 2-year-old fillies wouldn't go through this hole on the inside. The trip worked out, but she really forged on through and was game to win. She needs a buyer boost.
Agreed. She did it from off the pace a little bit here too, Dan. So maybe if she can sit a little in this race and they go fast in front of her, she can come running and pick up some pieces. She ran fine in here. A repeat effort probably won't get her too much, but she did some good things in that race, and maybe she'll take a step forward.
Ida's one of 2 in here, trained by Bob Baffert. She's yet to finish first. She was placed first via disqualification in her debut. Let's watch the Sorrento. Elm Drive against Ida. Ida has her chances. She's on the outside. It looks like she has the momentum. Elm Drive has the lead, and Elm Drive just says, no, you don't.
Yeah, that was my take on the race too. I mean, I suppose if you wanted to go back to Ida in here, you could just say, well, she was down inside. Elm Drive was to her outside, got first run, and then Ida just couldn't close her down. I thought Ida had her chance. I thought Ida ran very well in there, Dan. She was just second best.
Ida broke in a little bit, ended up down in the pocket on hold just a bit, got to the outside. She had her chances. But Elm Drive, Mike, who was such a visually impressive debut winner, I mean, that was a wow performance. At Los Alamitos first time out, you had a feeling she was a stakes horse. She proved it in the Sorrento, and she could be a handful right back.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a lot of ways she probably is the horse to beat. It was close between her and Ida last time, but I really liked the race this horse ran, especially when you take her debut into account. As you mentioned, she was really impressive. That race didn't come back that fast. That was a really impressive win, and I think she showed she's the goods last time.
Let's watch Dance to the Music's very impressive win at Del Mar on July the 24th. Career debut. She showed good early speed, 22 flat for the opening quarter, changes leads, and is on her way for trainer Mark Glatt. Again, she worked quick. She sold for a lot of money. She ran to the purchase price. That's 76 buyers, rock solid.
It really is. She ran really well in this race. I mean, basically just never gave this field a chance at any point in the race. Went right to the front, never looked back, was never in any danger in there. Really nice debut. She's going to face a couple of horses that have more experience than her, a couple of horses that have higher figures than her, and a couple of horses that have speed as well to her inside.
In from Gulfstream, up in class is the 5, My Favorite Daughter. But when you win like this at Gulfstream, I guess you deserve a shot in a stakes race. This is what's known as winning by a pole. Now, you can question the field all you want. This race is off-the-turf, sloppy track performance, but she wins by 25 at this 7 furlong distance.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty big to win over this trip, because, you know, and a lot of times in these 2-year-old stakes races, when they stretch out for the first time, some of them just won't handle it, and it'll get them beat. We'll see if this horse can just up her game, Dan. Obviously, you can win by 25, but when you get a 62 buyer, it's probably more about the competition than about anything that you did.
Rock the Bells showed high speed in her career debut for a pretty underrated barn. This trainer does good work with 2-year-olds. Let's watch Rock the Bells' speedy win for a $150,000 tag in her debut. She's a daughter of Dominus. This is a solid performance. She's going to have to run faster here.
Yeah, I mean, she ran fine in this race. They're just stepping her way up in class, stretching her out from 5.5 to 7 in a race where she's just sort of surrounded by other speed. That being said, she ran well in this race.
The horse with perhaps the most long-term potential in this field's up next, and that's the 7 Grace Adler. This is a daughter of Curlin from a family that wants to go long. She should appreciate stretching out a quarter mile for Baffert. And it was good that she won going 5 in her debut, and she was 2-5. Let's watch Grace Adler. These Curlins, I don't expect them to win for 5 at going 5/8 of a mile first time out, but here she is on the outside and she grinds them down. Just a good solid performance. I think if the pace is fast, you're going to know this one late.
Yeah, I liked everything about this debut too. She feels like a really dangerous horse in here, Dan. The added couple of furlongs here is only supposed to help her, and it may not help the others as much.
And we saw bicameral, the Constitution filly, run second to Dance to the Music in her career debut. It was a fine effort. She just couldn't get to that horse, and now she steps up in class. It seems like a tough spot.
It really does. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the race that she ran, but she was no match for Dance to the Music that day. And Dance to the Music, as good as she is, isn't the horse to beat in here.
Let's take a look at our top picks for the Sunday race of the day, the Grade 1 Del Mar Debutante. We're going back to the Sorrento. You're going with Elm Drive. Super impressive visually in her debut. Super game in winning the Sorrento. She looks like a very promising daughter of first crop sire Mohamed.
Yeah, I'm just going to go back to her, Dan. I like both of her starts so far. I think she showed last time. She doesn't need to be on the lead. If somebody goes in front of her, she can sit a little bit like she did last time.
Curious to see if Ida can turn the tables for Baffert, although I have to admit I'm a little bit intrigued with that 7 Grace Adler the more I think about it. We'll see if Elm Drive can make it 3 for 3 and get that Grade 1 win in the Del Mar Debutante, the Sunday race of the day.